Hello, everyone. It appears we have a mess to clean up. It's a good thing the next quest is called Picking Up the Pieces. Anyway, I'd like to apologize a bit for last stream because I got fairly salty about the events that happened. And I was a bit insensitive about Papa's death at the hand of Zoralja. But at the same time, I thought about it, and I still don't like Zoralja, and I think that's the reason that I was so salty. I didn't like him in the first half, but he really wasn't involved almost at all. And so I still stand by the fact that I don't like Zoralja. I don't think he's a good character, and that's probably the reason why I was so salty. Anyway, let's head on over to Alizé so we can go ahead and start picking up the pieces. She is over here. Yes, there she is. Yeah, we were looking at this dead soldier. Like, what the heck were they even doing with the... They were, like, sucking up people's souls or something. Oh, hopefully we can get some explanation on that. Picking up the pieces. Alizé regards the fallen soldier thoughtfully. It's clearly not a person, but it doesn't look like any automaton or magitech weapon I've ever seen. As far and wide as you've traveled, though, perhaps you've encountered something similar before. They're a lot like the Talarians. I forget what their exact name are, but they're like the freedom fighter people in the Dead's End, if I had to guess. Or at least that's the closest thing we've ever seen. That in the PvP armor. Would you mind taking a closer look? It may yield some clues to Zoralja's new powers. Well, let's take a look at him. At first, I assumed they were soldiers in armor, but when I cut them down, it became clear that wasn't the case. That kind of makes me think of the carapace armor that the Pershendi wear in the Way of Kings, even though this is like completely different. Examine the fallen soldier. You may move the camera as well as zoom in or out. Target an area and inspect it with left click. Oh, let's take a look at his gun first. The general shape of this weapon resembles a gun, but its construction suggests it's far more advanced than anything you've seen before. Let's see, I guess we look at the actual armor. Or the corpse. From a distance, it appeared to be simple armor, but upon closer inspection, its construction is quite intricate. The material from which it is made is unclear, and you see no signs of a power source. Maybe it's the souls they were extracting. In place of where eyes or mouth might be, you see a strange sigil on the front of this helm. Okay, I thought there were 4 things we needed to find. So, what do you think? It's unlike anything I've ever seen. It looks like a person, but it's clearly mechanical. I don't think so. At least not quite. Indeed. While it resembles a person, it has features that make it uncanny. You know, in previous expansions they at least did a decent job of making it not quite seem like the answers didn't matter, that you made mattered, but then I've noticed a lot more in Dawntrail that it's like they very clearly wrote it for one thing and then added an extra option that like kind of sort of makes sense. Anyway. The lack of a face, not least of all. Did you see any signs of a power source? I mean, considering the thing said it didn't have a power source, nope. So it probably doesn't run on ceruleum or any other conventional fuels. It runs on the souls of the dead. I tried channeling ether into it earlier, but there was no response. That would seem to rule out as an that would seem to rule it out as an arcane entity. It's completely lifeless now, a far cry from the unstoppable enemy it was in battle. Even the material it's made of is a mystery. Rather than metal, it's more akin to stone. Wait, haven't we seen this somewhere recently? They gonna point it out? Skydeep Cenote? Oh, right, yeah. Okay. The palace is made of stone, too. My character's not that dumb. That's right. The glowing stone used in the chambers with the gates to this golden city. They should really start putting big quotes around Golden City now that we know that it's, like, not quite golden. And while the soldiers are a different color, the warships are the same black as the stone of the gate itself. There has to be a connection. Let's share our observations with the others when we gather in at Sunperch. The sooner we get to the bottom of this mystery, the better. Alright, let's head on up to Sunperch. Right? Yes. Let's see, I'll just teleport on up there. So, I guess we're just gonna like realize, oh. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how this is gonna happen. All I know is looking through the quests to like plan stuff out for today, that Graha's gonna show up somehow, for some reason. I don't know exactly what logic they're gonna do to get him here, but apparently he's gonna come. And I don't mind. I'm a Grahatia fan, enjoyer. I guess? I don't know. Either way, I won't mind if he shows up. Alright, Alize. Let's meet up with everyone. Looks like everyone is here already. I don't see anyone. Are they gonna walk into frame as soon as the cutscene starts?
Thank you for coming, everyone. And thank you for taking charge in the relief effort. We would have fared far worse without you.
Someone had to do it, that's all. Come, let's take stock.
In terms of casualties, at least 50 died in the attack. And many times that number
Only
are
50?
wounded. All available healers are seen to their care. Structural damage at least is limited, so essential business can be conducted without issue. That said, the people are understandably shaken. We must assuage their fears and begin working to restore things to normal as quickly as possible.
Now, the most confounding mystery remains our enemy.
Well, Alize has something to say about that.
And their mechanical soldiers created with technology that surpasses anything I've ever seen. What is their nature? And how did Zoralja manage to bring them under his command? Such things remain unknown.
They emerged from the dome encasing Yasolani. We're quite certain of that much.
Speaking of the dome, we have some theories, I'm told.
Indeed. I would like to call upon some helpers to join the discussion. May I invite them here?
Oh, okay, that's how we get Graha here.
By all means.
Oh, it's gonna be Graha and Y'shtolva?
Permission has been granted. You can come in.
There's these, she's used plural. Or is it gonna be Estinian? He's already here. That would make sense.
Greetings, everyone.
Oh yeah, there's Graha and Ketan Ram, who hasn't like explained anything. And I say you should tell his staff back there. Yeah, there she is. So much for the Scions disbanding. Oh, we just need to thank Rit Nuranja to get back here.
Raha! Y'shtola! After that long voyage, I had hoped that we might be afforded a moment's rest. But I gather circumstances are quite dire.
You know, because I can't see the destruction outside.
All is well in the Annex, never fear. I've already dealt with the most pressing matters, and others hold the fort in my absence.
Following the changing of Dawn servants, Galul Jar Jar spoke about the Golden City to his 2 successors. Thanks to Wuk-Lamat, I was allowed to attend that meeting. What I heard led me to conclude that this was a matter for the students. Thus did I call upon our comrades who possess the requisite expertise.
Okay, I guess.
It was actually after that the dome manifested. But, based on what we know, I have reason to believe that it is connected to the Golden City.
While we're eager to help, we have limited familiarity with the situation. Might we trouble you to explain from the
So there's this thing called the Rite of Succession, and like Wuk-Lamat protagonisted her way through the whole thing and won.
As you know, it was a letter I found tucked away in the Baldessian Annex that brought me to Taral. A letter from the Dawn servant addressed to my grandfather, sent some 20 years ago.
The request to investigate the City of Gold.
Indeed. The strange thing is, there was mention of neither Taral nor the city in our records.
What did you do, Golof?
Hoping to learn the truth of my grandfather's mission, what he did and saw, I volunteered to help in the Rite of Succession.
You know, Ketan Ram's standing right there. Can't we just ask him?
At the end of which, I was able to hear the tale from Galul Jar Jar.
I guess Galul Jar Jar is the one that's gonna say it.
Like us, my grandfather went to the deepest chamber of the Sky Deep Cenote. And, like us, he saw the gate to the Golden City.
Is that what you required our help with? This gate?
It was. You see, the gate was opened once in the past. And
It led to another reflection.
Whoops. That's interesting.
I can take the story from here. Considering my part.
Yeah, Ketan Ram, maybe you can actually explain some stuff.
I reckon maybe I'm best
Like how you're
equipped
alive.
to speak on the matter. I was there too, you see. In those ruins, together with Galuf and Galul Jar Jar. And what I saw that day, I'll never forget.
Oh, convenient. Who dis?
This black stone is remarkable.
Oh, that's golf. Okay.
I cannot help but wonder if the structures in this part of the ruins were built by a completely different civilization.
It was over 1,000 years ago that the giants mined here. Their wreckers. Make no mention of glowing stones.
And then that's young Kettenrom.
It harbors high concentrations of ether, and on the surface are what appear to be arcane patterns. They aren't Allagan, or Mahi, or Nemean. If anything, they put me in mind of the calculations of the South Sea Islanders, but even then...
Have we seen Golof at all?
Hells.
I need to check that eventually. Or is this the first time we've actually seen him?
Nothing.
An earthquake?
Yeah, that's the portal we saw.
None of this has ever happened before.
A void gate? Nay, this is different.
Don't tell me it's gonna be Cryo. The baby. Okay, so how was okay? I'm gonna need a little more explanation, Kettenrom.
Baby? Now hold on. Why would you...
Oh, that was the key or something, right?
Now what's this?
What is this? Who are you?
Yeah, so the baby's gonna be Cryo, which means Cryo's actually from a different reflection. So are we actually gonna meet Kryl's parents if we go through here? Are we gonna go through here? That might be interesting.
Though it never opened again, Galuf continued to study the gate for years after that, hoping to learn something of value. All he could conclude was that it was built with unknown technology, and that it led to another world, one apart from the Void. We'd assumed the ruins themselves were the Golden City, only to discover that the real prize actually lay beyond the gate, and beyond our reach. Couldn't make head nor tail of the artifact either.
Oh wait, yeah, Zeralja had that, didn't he? His simp stole it.
As it had similar properties to the black stone in the ruins, we were convinced it was important. So Galul Jaja took it to the palace for safekeeping. Galuf, meanwhile, took the baby with him back to Sharlayan.
Then it focuses on Kryl there.
Then the child was...
Yep.
The earring inside the letter to my grandfather. It was apparently found amongst my swaddling clothes.
If this is true, then it means that you hail from another reflection.
So it would seem. I still struggle to take it all in myself. Looking back, Grandfather was always quick to seek distractions whenever I broached the subject.
Of course.
But never would I have guessed anything like this. But enough about me. We have more pressing matters.
Want to make sure to turn up the volume a tiny bit.
The forces that assailed Tuliyola. You suspect they are somehow connected to the Golden City?
Thinking back on it, the soldiers look like they could have been made from the same black stone.
And leading them was Zeralja. His involvement also lends weight to the theory. On the day of the succession ceremony, a bandit took me unawares and knocked me out.
Yeah, okay. Thought he killed him.
When I came to, I found my home turned upside down, with a few particular items
Right, because Zeralja stole it.
Namely
The artifact.
The keystones I was entrusted with, for my role as Watcher of the Gate.
The bandit? You believe that it was...
I only got a glimpse of him, but I was a blue-scaled Hubigo. I know of no other.
The artifact stored at the palace was also stolen. The thief struck during the ceremony, and the guard was spread thin.
So our assumption is Zeralja somehow opened that gate to another reflection, where he acquired advanced technology and his mechanical armor.
It fits. And if he did, then it's also likely that the dome is a product of this unknown reflection.
Yeah, except that's a bit weird because the entrance was to the south.
Hold on. We've been going on and on about the reflections, but what of my home? What's become of it?
I don't know, Ironville, let's head over there. Uh-oh. We're going to find out. This looks like a job for the Scions of the Sun. No.
Indeed. Where it concerns other realities, I dare say the
this writing.
tackle the task.
Like, it wasn't even close.
You can say that again.
I did not mention Scions, and then he just brings it up.
Existence. Some mysterious giant dome shouldn't scare us.
As you know, our order has ostensibly disbanded. We'd thank you to be discreet about our unofficial reunion.
Huh. Worry not. We'll spare no effort to get to the bottom of this. And with our hero eager to help, you can be confident of the results.
I'm coming with you. If that's where my brother is, then that's where I must go. I can't say I understand everything you're discussing, but I know what I have to do.
That's no surprise.
I have to put a stop to Zorozha and restore the people's happiness.
Well, I mean, she's supposed to be the head of Resolve.
Suffice it to say, I share Lamachi's desire to join you.
But he's the head
However,
of
under these
Reason.
circumstances, it would be unwise for both vows to be
Or, well,
absent
vow.
from the city.
Not head.
As such, I shall remain in Tuliolol. Come what may, I will protect our nation. So go forth, sister, and do what you must.
Thank you.
It may be prudent for us to likewise divide our forces. While one group ventures into the dome, the other keeps guard without.
Agreed. There's something I wish to investigate out here, so I will remain.
I as well. The enemy's warships still loom overhead, and I would see that we are prepared for the worst.
I wish to go to the dome.
Yeah.
As
I would expect her to.
I have an obligation to investigate this potential threat to the world. But I'd be lying if I said I'm not deathly curious about my origins. If there's aught to be learned, then I want to learn it.
Me too, Cryo. I mean, what? And he's gonna go too, because he wants to check on his home.
In that case, please let me come too. I have to see what's become of my home. I may not be a fighter, but I know those lands like the back of my hand. I can guide you.
If you hadn't offered, I would have asked. We're counting on you.
I'm not one for waiting around, so if it's all the same to you, I'll join the dome crew.
Of course she would.
You should accompany them, Graha. I expect your knowledge and experience will be useful. In the meantime, I intend to learn what I can about the gate, and will keep you apprised of my findings. Pray do the same.
Assuming communication is possible from inside the dome, we'll maintain contact and share any developments.
It seems our teams are assembled. A fine roster, I think.
Looks good to me. We'll find a way to deal with the threat. For the sake of Tural.
It's truly heartening to have you at our side for this. Thank you, everyone. Now, before we set off, there's one thing I need to do. The people are still shaken by the attack, and I'd like to reassure them as best I can.
That's probably a good idea. Alright, let's go and talk to everyone. Well, everyone's here now. I struggle to believe I am from another reflection. I wonder, does this mean my soul is thinner than a native of the source? Surely not. Cthulhu would have noticed. Gods, there's so much I don't understand. My head is ripe to burst. That's a good point, I hadn't thought of that. I fear we need to know more if we're to defend against another assault. I'm indebted to Ojiko for overseeing our operations in my absence. I will endeavor to make myself as useful as I can here. Another reflection encroaches upon our own. But how? And why now? Because Mr. Idiot opened the door. Please be safe. Yes, Aaronville, we will be careful. We will make sure that your home is okay. We'll find a way to breach the dome, and we'll make sure everyone inside is safe. It's embarrassing to think how Zeralja caught me unawares, but I've no doubt the bastard came to kill me. I reckon he would have succeeded were it anyone else. Who would have thought him taking that key would lead to all this? I don't know, Captain Rom. I could have seen that from a mile away. This talk of reflections is perplexing, to say the least. I should be glad for your help in understanding and overcoming this crisis. I know what I have to do now. Alright, well, Clement, what do you have to do? Together as one. Before investigating the dome, Woklamat wishes to see to one important matter. I know we're in a hurry to set off, but before we do, I need to address my people. The peace we swore to uphold has been shattered. They need to understand what's happened and how we intend to fix it. So I want to call an assembly at the Winged Walk and assure them that all will be well. But as shaken as they are, I don't know how many will come. It shows who are most distressed that truly need to hear. It's those who are most distressed that truly need to hear your words. If you like, I shall seek out such souls and encourage them to attend. I'll help too. This is an important step in the city's recovery. Care to join us, Brilliant? Well, do I get a choice? While you handle that, Aaronville and I will see to provisions for this expedition. Thank you. I'll go ahead and have the Landsguard announce the address. People must first know what there's going to be one before they can decide whether or not they want to hear it. If you could see to the Resplendent Quarter and Bayside Bevy, LSA and I will split the rest of the city between us. Again? Isn't that where I always have to check? Alright, let's talk to everyone and then head out. This talk of reflections, yeah, that's the same thing. It's embarrassing. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't do new dialogue here. I shall examine the mechanic. Oh wait, I don't think that's what she said. I shall have to examine one of these mechanical soldiers later. I have a mind to inform Thancred and Uriange as well, but they may have already left Thrall. Unfortunate. Alright, let's head on out. Let's head out the exit, and then she said the Resplendent Quarter, and let's see, it says... I thought she said somewhere else. Oh, Bayside Bevy, that's right. Let's hop on down here, and yep, over to the right there. Let's go ahead and teleport to the actual Aether Crystal, because there's actually one in that area. I still feel like the layout for the Aether Crystals is a bit weird. Okay, Bayside Bevy. Or not Bayside Bevy, the Resplendent Quarter. And let's look around again. Dumbfounded Farmer. Understandable reaction. If Tuliolol falls to the enemy, what will happen to us? To our homes, our farms, everything we've worked so hard to build? Lives and communities and histories, all reduced to ash by these merciless villains. I heard Val Woklamat is planning to address the people, but what's the point? What can she and her brother possibly have to say? I don't know, why don't you go and find out? Really? The Dawn servants have a plan already? They've lost so much, yet they're prepared to carry on. And standing around worrying what's to come will change nothing. It would be a lie to say I'm hopeful for the future, but I will go hear what they intend to do. Okay, let me go ahead and I said I was gonna change the audio. I just wanted to make it a tiny bit louder, like literally just like 1 point. That's more than 1 point. Okay, let's do 2 points. Okay, where are the other two that I need to seek out? I want to jump down there because... And I'll just have to run up the stairs again. Yep, there we go. There's somebody. Level-headed resident. I still can't believe we were attacked. For a mercy, my family was spared. I don't know what I would have done had they come to harm. I understand Val Wukulamat is going to make an address soon. I'll be there, of course. This person does not need persuasion to attend the address. Okay. Where else can we look up? There's somebody? Sorrowful citizen. They're... Okay. Right. Alphinaud said the people who need it the most are the ones that should attend. Well, I guess that kind of makes sense. It's not what he said at all. Well, I mean, close to what he said. I'm just saying it just doesn't make sense. Whatever. Please, leave me be. My father is gone. Leave me to mourn. Now, why don't you go to this attend this thing? Gulu Jaja is slain, and yet Val Wukulamat and Val Kuana still fight for our nation. For us. Very well. If they would speak, the least I can do is listen. Alright, that's 2 down. Let's look for the third one. Where the heck could they be? Down below? There isn't anything over here. I'll go check back up top, see if there's anywhere I missed. And then I'll probably hop down and check towards the bottom. Let's see. Anyone up here? Or should I drop down? Around the corner, maybe? Nope, that's outside of the circle anyway. Yep, let's drop down here. Okay, no one back here. Drop down again. And I don't see anyone, so we're... Oh, there they are. Alpaca herder. No, despairing. I was gonna say aspiring? No, despairing. That makes a lot more sense. It's not safe here. Not anymore. I could try to leave Troll, but where else is there to go? You look like the well-traveled sort. Please, I can't stay here, but I fear nowhere in Troll is beyond the enemy's reach. What of lands across the salt? Don't worry, we'll take care of it. You should go see Wukulamat's address. I know. Even if I ran, I know I'd regret it in the end. I love Troll. This is my home. I know the Dawn servants would give their lives to defend her. You know, like Gulul Jaja did. I will find my faith in them, and listen to what they have to say. Alright, let's head on over to Bayside Bevy now, right? Yep. Go ahead and take the Aether Crystal over here. And then we'll just head to the one in the center, take a slight shortcut. I still hate how these crystals are laid out, and I'm going to keep saying that until this expansion is until we get to the next city. Alright, let's go there. Let's look around on this side. Yeah, good. Flustered citizen. Whatever it is, I don't have time. I have to help finish repairing this cart. There's only so much I can carry on my back. When those hollow devils come again, I need to be ready. Val Wukulamat and Val Kuana mean well, but they're young and inexperienced. They can barely look after themselves. If we're to survive, I do not know if we can count on them. Why don't you go to the address and see what she has to say? They're going to strike back at the enemy, so they're resolved to face this. Maybe it's too early to be thinking of running. Oh, right. I'll go and hear their address. That's one down. Let's find the other two. Looks like there's one there stockpiling, citizen. Let's see if I can convince them. I need to stock up food and medicine, as much as I can. What else is there? I can't afford to forget anything. Sorry, miss, but I'm too busy. Too much to do and too little time. There's no telling when those stone men will return. I have to get out of here. Find somewhere safe. I mean, why don't you have no time to go see the address, right? Well, Wukulamat wants to speak to us. Perhaps she has a plan, then. I suppose there's no harm in hearing what she has to say. Alright, that's 2. Let's look for the last one. Resting resident? I don't think that's gonna be the person we need. but I don't see anywhere a paranoid resident. That sounds more likely. Definitely not the composed merchant, though. I can't leave now. What if those soldiers come back? And what are those strange machines looming overhead? Gods, I have so many questions. I see. It would put my mind at ease to learn something, anything, of the threat we face. Alright then, I'll go to the Winged Walk. Is that like the Great Walk? Thank you. I feel better already, and likely better still once I hear what the Dawn Servants have to say. Well, that's the last one. Let's meet up with everyone back at Dawn's Perch, apparently. We gotta run all the way up. Well, at least the good thing. Miss Aetherite will take us up there. And we'll get to see what Wilmot says, as long as she can, like... So the thing with the leader is that the most important thing, or one of the most important things about leadership is that your people trust you. Not necessarily to trust that you're going to make everything better, but that you're going to make your best effort and that you're going to do everything in your power to actually accomplish that. Even if you don't completely succeed, as long as you made the effort and actually, like, put the people first, people will be a lot more, what's the right word? Won't be quite as mad at you, I guess. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk to everyone. I was just discussing the gate to the Golden City with Ketenram. He has been patiently answering my few questions. Did you not see Alize on your way here? Oh no, Alize, what did you do? It seems Kryl and Erenville have yet to return. Still busy making preparations for our expedition, I presume. Thank you again for spreading word of our address. I fear those who needed assurance most would not have been present otherwise. A few questions, more like a bleeding broadside of them, took me back to me time with Galof. It did. Charlene scholars, I swear. Understandable. So is this going to be voiced? Oh no, the actual address will probably be voiced, but not this part. It looks like you've brought quite a few people. Thank you. I don't know how you saw that, considering you've been standing right here. Alize had actually returned ahead of you. What? You literally... What? Oh, okay. I guess he, like, I guess he said... I guess he meant... Did you see Alize on the way out? Or heading out? But upon hearing you were still out there, she decided she was unsatisfied with her own efforts and left again. Of course, she didn't want to lose the contest. My apologies for involving you all in Trolley affairs. I mean, we're kind of already involved. I don't know what you mean. We were simply helping dear friends in need. Having traveled the lands of Troll, sharing in the rich cultures of your people, I can see no other way. What's more, Zoral Jah and his army pose a threat not only to Troll, but to the star as a whole. We will stand with you to protect what you hold dear. Thank you. I don't expect you've had much, if any, rest. How are you holding up? I'm fine. Thanks to a little encouragement from Brillian. What? When did I do that? Oh yeah, before. With Alize. You needn't worry about me either. Whatever weariness I feel is no match for my desire to protect my people. We will restore peace to the nation and preserve our father's legacy. And it begins by speaking to the people from our hearts. Right. We need to see to a few things first, but feel free to go ahead to the plaza and wait. Their father raised them well. That he did. Yeah, unfortunately he didn't raise Zoraal very well. Let's see, there's probably going to be another cutscene of the actual speech. Yeah, there it is. And this is probably going to be voiced.
Namachi, are you all right?
Yes, don't worry. I'm ready for it. The fear, and sadness, and anger. Everything.
I am the reason to your resolve. But more than that, I am your brother. You needn't bear this burden alone. Remember this.
As you likely already know, my father, our former Dawn servant, lost his life in the recent attack. He challenged the enemy leader to a duel and fought with skill and valor.
Okay, not gonna say it was
And for a
Zoraal.
moment, we believed he had won. But wielding an unknown power, his foe returned from death and struck him down. I could only watch as this happened. I could not tarnish my father's honor by interfering. Many of you have suffered terribly. You've taken wounds. You've lost friends and family. As vow of resolve, I failed in my duty to protect you. Words can't express the shame and regret I feel. And as much as it pains me to reveal this, the enemy leader was none other than my brother Zoraal.
Yeah, for a second I thought that she just wasn't gonna tell them.
Zoraal? It's true! I saw him!
Okay, I guess that would be a bit hard to cover up.
We believe he staged the attack from Yasulani, which has been encased within a mysterious dome. I know that you're concerned for your loved ones there as well. But mark my words, I won't let Zoraal torment us any further. Our father gave his life to protect our nation, and I'm prepared to do the same.
You say that, but those metal monstrosities are still up there in the sky. What are you going to do about them?
I mean, I don't know what we're gonna do about it, but we'll figure it out.
The enemy is still on our doorstep, and waiting for them to strike again accomplishes nothing. That's why we're going to strike first. We are going to take the battle straight to Zoraal and put an end to it all.
Yeah, I don't think beating him is going to be the end.
And while my sister sallies forth, I will take charge of the city's defenses. Not another soul will come to harm. We swear to you.
Don't go saying that.
Like our father before us, we will lead with resolve and reason to restore peace to our nation. So please, have patience and faith.
So the resolve goes on the attack, while reason shores up the defenses. Sounds like a fine plan. Needless to say, you can count on my sword. Tural's my home, and I'll do my part for it. Hear, hear, brother.
Yeah, like, the thing is, I like this character now.
That makes two
But
of
not
us.
Zeralja. I've hated him the whole time.
Or what was that? Two of we? Never mind that. What of the rest of you? Will you let others do the work? Or will you do your part and fight?
Like, you were supposed to hate this guy until you got his backstory and then he became your friend.
We fight! We fight! We're Tuliolans because we're united! We'll stand with you and weather this storm!
He's right. This is our nation, and it falls to us to protect it.
We'll fight too! For Tuliolal!
Me too! Me too!
We're all together in this!
Oh, there, I see him there, Mr. Two-Head.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
We've already learned much about our foe, and we will continue to learn more. In time, we will have the means to make their warships fall from the sky. When we join hands with our countrymen and our allies from afar, we're stronger than we dare to hope. Together, let us show the enemy the might of Tuliolal.
You are the beating heart of our nation, each and every one of you. Uncertain days lie ahead, but for now, I ask you to persevere, to go about your lives as you always do. Only then can we ensure we have the resources to see our nation through these trials. And when the time comes, we will strike. Tuliolal will not fall. We will prevail, and peace and happiness will be ours again.
Yay! Can we get on with it? This is all inspiring and stuff, but like, I want to keep going. Alright, let's go and talk to everyone and wrap this up. She did well. Oh, was that ... at the beginning, Aaronville? That's a little bit, mean. It is inspiring to see such diverse peoples rally as one. Yes, see, Yashola, yes. The people of Troll have come together for this fight. We must endeavor not to fail them. We won't, Kryl. Trust me. I'm here, after all. I'm glad to see so many people came. I wasn't sure how many I had won over, so I decided to keep at it. Of course you did, Isles. You didn't want to lose the contest. That was a rousing speech, was it not? Let us do our part to ensure the Dawn servants can fulfill their promise to the people. Listening to Wuklamot and Kuana, I was reminded of my time in the First. While the Exarch was no king, I often found myself speaking before the people of the Crystarium in like manner, and through their deeds, they answered me. The people of Tural, too, will rise to the occasion. This I can tell. Alright, looks like we get some boots. Alright, let me see. What quest? The next one is Yusalani's Shadow. And let's go ahead and... I think I might go ahead and take a break real quick. Let me look at the quests, what quests we're on. Let's see, that's the Shadow. Yeah, so I want to do 3 more quests if we can. So I'm going to go ahead and take a quick break, and then, because it's been about an hour, and then we'll go ahead and work on those 3 quests. And then that'll finish up the Aether Current quest. And then after that, the quest after that is the dungeon, which will also unlock the next area afterwards. Go ahead and put myself... Now I'll do that, like this way. Alright. Time to get up, stretch your legs, go to the bathroom, do whatever you need to, and I'll be right back. Alright. Let's get back to it. Need to head back into the castle. Or I guess we were just in the front area, weren't we? Yeah. And talk to Woke of the Mod? No, Alphanode. I think I talked to everyone already, right? Yeah, I think that's what we did last time. I look forward to the day when there was much I wish. Oh no, we didn't. I look forward to the day when peace is restored to Tyrol. There's so much I wish to see, and tacos I want to eat wrong. She did well. Yeah, we got that, but we didn't get Graha because he was the one that we turned the quest into. Anyway, let's go and talk to Alphanode. In Yusulani's there's no H there. Yusulani's shadow. Alphanode is considering how best to help carry out Wokelomot's plan. Well, the hour of departure is at hand. Those of us remaining here shall accompany you part of the way. I, for one, would like to see this dome firsthand. We set forth as soon as everyone is ready. I will inform Wokelomot that... There you all are! Ah, Lamachi. We were just planning to call you. Are you ready to leave? I am. Seeing the people come together as one, knowing they haven't given up hope, it was all the encouragement I could ask for. Right, then let's get going. We leave from the Zaktrol Skygate. Where was that again? Is that the, we're not taking the dirigibles, so... Or is that the bridge? Yes, that's where I thought we were going. Okay. Let's go ahead and head down to the... Wait, no. I guess heading this direction would probably technically be the fastest way. Actually, running up over to the crystal probably would have been the fastest way, but whatever. Just hop on the playground while we're here. And miss every single log. Yeah, I could have just taken the crystal. That would have been faster. Oh well. We'll get there eventually. Now that they added the jog to the game, that's actually really nice, because getting through the city-states and stuff was always, like... You felt like you should be able to mount up with how big some of the places were. It wasn't bad, but like Tyrol, because of the way that they have the stupid aether crystals spread out, it makes it so that a lot of the places you have to go just aren't close to a crystal. Whereas in like all the other city-states, usually stuff is pretty close by. Anyway, let's go and talk to everyone. Start on the left with Erenville. Yusulani isn't exactly a short distance for Shaloni. If the train isn't operating, we'll need to consider other means of travel, like convenient cutscenes. We should have everything we need for the expedition. Yeah, expedition. From food to medicine to gear. It's quite amazing how much you can fit in Erenville's rucksack. I mean, he's like, it's designed for that. Of course, he doesn't have the ambiguously sized inventory like I do, but it looks like it's just as effective. The dome appears to lie beyond Shaloni. A good thing we have Erenville to guide us. Koana and Ketenram will continue to manage affairs at the palace. Once I've inspected the dome, I will join them to make preparations against further incursions. Yeah, Alphanode gonna go play politician, while Alize goes and fights on the front lines. Even from afar, I can sense something isn't right about that dome. Yeah, it's the Shadow Realm, what did you expect? As Lamachi says, let's stay vigilant. Everyone's here? Good. This is it, my friends. We go to strike down Zoral Ja and secure peace for Tuliolol. We'll be passing through Shaloni, where there have been reports of enemy movements, so stay sharp. And they're gonna leave me behind, aren't they? No, they're not. Amazing. Is there gonna be a cutscene? Yeah. I figured there would be. The Landsguard had told me about them. They emerged from the dome in quick succession and took to looming overhead. I need to turn that music. I need to turn that sound back down a tiny bit. I turned it up 2 points. I should turn it back down 1 point. A display of force, like the vessels in Tuligolol. Indeed. And while they haven't taken any aggressive actions, I want to see how things are in the area before moving on. We'll be passing a few settlements on the way to Shaloni Station. It's the perfect opportunity to look around. In that case, Berlin and I know a few locals who can help, right? Then let's divide into 2 groups, of course. Aaronville, Alize, and Brillian will come with me to inquire with the locals. Meanwhile, the rest of you can go ahead and inspect the dome. Understood. Once everyone has finished, let's reconvene at Shaloni Station. We can start with Hutsawi. That's where the Dust Watch is based, if I remember correctly. You do. The Sheriff Kemaka, yeah, that's right, should be able to tell us a few things. Like how he gets tricked by some really obviously bad characters. Okay, let me turn that down. The master volume back down 1 point. So I moved it up 2 points. Oh, right, we can just teleport there, right? Yeah. Also, I just remembered that we never did the Aether Current quests here. I don't think we... Oh, no, obviously we couldn't finish them up. Because we haven't gotten the MSQ one. Which is hopefully what we're going to get through today. Alright, over here. We're heading over to the wrong side of town. So this region has its own peacekeeping force. The people of the wilds are brave indeed to remain here with this ship overhead. With those ships overhead. I mean, where else are you gonna go? Everything seems in order at a glance. Oh, it's you two. And Albie. Val Woklamont as well. You're Sheriff of the Dust Watch, yes? What's the situation here in Hutsawi? Hosatawi. Well, the enemy hasn't tried to pick a fight with us yet. The ships gave us shock when they first appeared, but they've just been floating there, holding position. That said, I've received some unsettling reports elsewhere. We've been investigating to the extent we can, but we're spread thin and haven't looked into the Senwi's spring yet. Apparently, mechanical soldiers were seen in the vicinity. Uh-oh. What? If this is true, then the people are in danger. I worry about the other townships as well. If the rest of you could head to the springs, I'll visit the Mehewat Redstone. I'll accompany Aaronville. See you all in a while. Alright, so where are we headed? Oh, okay, over to the other town. Let's teleport over there. Yeah, next, if we get through the Aether Current, I think we'll probably start with the Aether Current cleanup. Oh, hi there. And then we'll probably go ahead and do the dungeon. Hopefully, that's how it'll play out. Welcome on. I don't know why you're waiting outside, considering I'm already in here. And all clear this way. The mechanical soldiers don't seem to be in this area. Still, we should talk to the locals. Let's each make rounds and see what we can learn. Yep, question the locals, like usual. Let's see, where's the first victim? I mean, friend? I mean, local to question? Over here or inside? Can you even go inside here? Yep, sure can. Hello, railroad clerk. Oh, you're the one who helped us the other day. Walika and the others are investigating, and they've confirmed that Nitowike is safe. It was after the train had begun its journey back here that the dome appeared. So those who were riding on the train then are fine. But we don't know what's become of those who disembarked in Yasuani. Ah, what a mess. And just after we finished fixing the tracks. Oh no, the tracks. It's kind of like the trolley. Alright, mechanical soldier. You don't seem to be doing too well. The mechanical soldier shows no signs of life, thank goodness. It appears to have been run through with a polearm. Well, yeah, that would do it. Polearms are very good at causing this thing called death. Oh, I thought there were more than just 3 things. The other side quests were making it look like there was more. See what Lamont has to say. Ah, so that's the way of it. Good thing he showed up when he did. Oh, okay. It's probably gonna be the cowboy guy. There she is. I was gonna try and find her. Or I was gonna go and try and talk to her if she wasn't one of the objectives, but clearly she is. Brilliant! You came. As you could see, we're doing all right. After those ships appeared in the sky, soldiers clad in white showed up and surrounded the town. But to our surprise and relief, a traveler came along to it's Estinian, okay. I'll never forget the way he soared through. Yeah, it's definitely Estinian. Spear in hand. Polearm, of course. Shame I never had a chance to ask his name. Well, I already know who it is, don't worry about it. We're all safe thanks to him, but I can't say the same for those in Yasuani. We haven't heard from anyone there. I hope Nampika as well. Right, she was on the train. Heading up north. Well, come on, you probably didn't want to know that. You heard about the spearmen as well. Gee, I wonder who it could be. That couldn't be anyone else. What's this? Someone spreading more gossip about me? No. Ah, there we go. Talk of how I saved the town and travels fast. Ha ha ha. Right. That's not a discount to help from a friend here, of course. We gave those machines a rail beating. I thought you'd come sooner or later. Do you know what is happening? Alien invasion, bro, let's go. So you were indeed the one keeping the people safe. Thank you. Think nothing of it. The automata aren't particularly strong. But are the rumors true? Galul Jaja is slain. I'm afraid so. Zeralja used some dirty trick to get the better of him. We'll have to make him pay for what he's done. Mark my words. You're going to help her, I assume. I see. With your contingent, you won't lack for strength. In which case, I will remain in Shalani and keep an eye on things. Oh, that's boring. That helps us more than you know. I'll send word to my brother before we set off. If you find yourself in trouble, don't hesitate to contact Kawana. Kawana? Brother? Wait a second! You're the Vow of Resolve! I am. And you're Zekoa, right? I'll be counting on you to keep everyone here safe. Even though I'm sure Estinian could do it on his own with blindfolded. Absolutely. If more of those hollow men show up, I'll send them packing. I'm the fastest gun in Shaloni, after all. Brilliant can attest to that, right. Yeah. Glad to hear it. We leave Shaloni in your capable hands. Let's get patrolling right away then. Stay safe out there. And don't do anything reckless. Estinian, please. Do I ever do anything reckless? Yes. Wasted words, I see. He knows. Just do what comes naturally. Oh yeah, I will. Stoic nod. Stoic nod. Right then. Right then. It's time we headed to the station and joined the others. Okay, let's head on over to the station. Let's see. Yeah, it was a bit farther away than I would have expected it. Like, I would expect this to be a little bit closer to the actual town. Also, let me just, is there any other current that's like, okay, west, that's too far away. I'm not gonna bother with that. Alright, everyone's here. You want to talk to everyone? Continue on? It seems those soldiers only appeared in Shansenwizi Spring. Could they have been after the ceruleum? I mean, considering they don't run on ceruleum or apparently use it, probably not. It seems the people of Shaloni are safe. What a relief. Mehawat is still safe, but the animals are unsettled by recent events. Glad they don't go in there. I'm glad they're not just randomly blaming the ceruleum mining on this and just say, like, irrationally saying that it's their fault. The dome is absolutely massive. What manner of kingdom do you suppose he's claimed within its borders? I don't know. Probably about 2 feet by 2 feet considering the scale of this game. Raha and I visited the settlements west of here. Thankfully, there was no damage or casualties to speak of. I heard from Woklamat that Estinian was here, and that's why he's looking. With him to watch over them, the people of Shaloni will have naught to fear. Let's see. Ah, there's the dome. Oh no, he's looking at the dome. Okay, also that is pretty ominous. Alright, you still... What did you see? Thanks to Estinian, there were no casualties to speak of in Shaloni. The Hitsaro were safe as well. At the very least, there were no sightings of soldiers there. What about the dome? Did you learn anything of note? It is composed of exceedingly high concentrations of lightning energy. To even touch the barrier would prove fatal. I'm gonna touch it. When approaching it, we must exercise all caution. Or just get a giant lightning rod. Then how are we supposed to get inside? Zral Jah and his army emerged from within. There ought to be an entrance. An entrance, you say? It so happens we might have an inkling where one is. Oh yes, the trolley crew. I mean the train crew. These are the engineers of Zaktral Railing, which operates the train between Shaloni and Yusulani. When we went to recover the train, we had ourselves a look at the dome through a telescope. It was there when we saw it. A large fortress-like structure that looked like it straddled the dome's edge. Oh, that's how we get in. You're telling us part of it is inside and part of it is outside? That seemed to be the case, yes? Well, we only observed from afar. The soldiers were coming and going from it. From that, I'd say it serves as a passageway between the outside world and whatever's inside. But as you'd expect, the area is heavily defended. Well, that's not really a problem. I mean, I'm here. It won't be easy to get near. Do you know what became of the passengers who went to Ysulani? Uklamon's nursemaid was among them, a woman named Namika. What? I'm afraid not. Only those passengers who were headed back here are accounted for. I'd say for a fact that everyone was fine when we arrived in Ysulani. But when that big tremor struck, not long after we left the station, I hit the emergency brakes and looked back, and all I could see was the dome. What's more, the fortress sits right on the tracks of all places. What are the odds of that, eh? Assuming this fortress serves as a means to pass through the dome, we should first determine how we're to reach it undetected. Don't worry about that. I remember I'm here. I don't care if we're detected. I say we smash our way in. I'm with Wokelmon on this one. Despite how it sounds, I actually gave this some thought. Oh, that's the most surprising thing so far. Zral Ja wants me to prove that I'm Father's worthy successor. If I fail, he'll destroy Tuliolol. By charging in head-on, I make my intentions plain as day, and in so doing, keep his eyes on me. A bold strategy. I like it. Of course, your plan will be no good if you're cut down before reaching their base. What we need is something that'll get you there quick and break through their defenses with a single decisive blow. And we have just that. A train. Since the tracks go straight to the fortress, we can reinforce our train with armor, load her with all the fuel she'll carry, and send it hurtling at to an explosion on impact. I didn't expect he would sacrifice the train. Chief, have you gone insane? Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. You were just saying how relieved you were the train's in one piece, and now you want to turn it into a bomb? The train's not important. Our dream was to have railroads run in from coast to coast, remember? If these invaders have their way, there may not be any more railroads, let alone trains to run on them. Is that what you want? It's a sacrifice we have to make. These good folks are willing to put their lives on the line, literally the line, you know, the railroad line, to get inside that dome and put a stop to all this. The least we can do is to help them. But Chief... Listen, no matter how hard things may get, no matter how many times we fall, we can always get back up. As long as we're alive, we can always build another train. So have faith, and quit your complaining. But what if we really hard? There's no getting back up if we're dead. No one's dying on this train. I'll see to it myself. Needless to say, this will be a one-way trip, and you'll need to jump off at the last moment. If we don't want to go out in a blaze of glory, I'm pretty sure I was gonna say the name of the dungeon. I'm pretty sure the dungeon that's coming up has the train, so I don't know how much more we're gonna be doing. You alright with that? I guess we just gotta help them get the train ready. Get the explosives and stuff. There's no changing her mind, is there? Just promise me you'll be careful out there, honey. Yeah, I was actually wondering, is this his wife? Oh, right, his wife died in the first. That's right. That's why he was depressed. We'll keep your wife safe, we promise. We won't leave you with any sorrows to drown, never fear. Yeah, I completely forgotten that in the first, the whole reason he was washed up, depressed, and drunk, alcoholic, was because his wife had died. Seeing as I've never had a drink in my life, I certainly hope not, yeah. It'd be a lie if to say the lost train didn't concern me. But with good friends and my loving wife beside me, that's all I really need in the end. Well, at least it'll be going down as legendary train that could save Troll, that's true. That it will. But first we got work to do, so she'll look the part. Are you gonna put flames on the signs? Why is it zooming in on Graha? Oh. I don't know much about Magitech, but if there's anything I can do to help, you need but say the word. And Brilliant will help too, because I'm gonna volunteer him. Her. We'll keep that in mind. If any of you are willing and able to help lend a hand, there's work that needs doing over at the storehouse. Okay, that's what we're going to be doing. Because obviously we don't actually get to the place until the dungeon, which we're going to stop before that, assuming that I can get, because the quest before that is the Aether Current quest, which is where I want to stop for today. It seems we have a path forward. I believe this is a good time for me to return to Tuligolol and inform Kuwana of the situation. And who's gonna be our healer? I guess it'll be... Graha? Oops, I didn't actually read that. The dome's elemental aspect is similar to the one of that of the gate in the Golden City. If we can identify a connection, we may learn something of use in our fight. It's one mystery after the next, but at least we're not without clues. It may not be easy, but I know we can get through this together. Alright, let's talk to everyone, wrap this one up, and then I think we still have 2 more quests after this. To use this train as an explosive is a brazen plan. We'll have but one attempt, so we had best make it count. Oh yeah, we'll make it count. The ships seem content to remain waiting in the skies, so let us take this opportunity to do what we can and prepare. I hope Namika's safe. We have our plan. Now let's finish this train and blast our way into the dome. Even only just as having met them, I can see how important the train is to Walika and the engineers. We can't let their sacrifice be for nothing. Okay, so we got 2 more quests to go. Talk to Wuklamad again, see if there's something different. We'll make this plan work. See if we won't. Alright, let's go and talk to Graha and do the next one. Putting plans into locomotion. Your plan is set, but Graha Tia is not without reservations. While I have no objections to the plan itself, I have one concern. How can we be certain Zoral Ja will not strike Tuliolol in retaliation? Not if we kill them. I consider the possibility. But when my brother told me to come and prove it myself, he meant it. He wants to show that his kingdom is superior to Tuliolol, and it'll give him no satisfaction to attack when he knows I'm not there. No, he'll be waiting inside the dome, waiting for us to challenge him so he can crush us and prove his strength. Indeed, if anything, we're more likely to put Tuliolol in danger by not taking the fight to him. So we indulge Zoral Ja, at least until Tuliolol has shored up its defenses. Right, we'll charge in from the front and keep his eyes on us. During which time, Kawana will find a way to fortify Tuliolol. If you believe this is the best course, then we shall trust in your judgment. I expect there will be no small amount of enemy resistance. But we will do all in our power to assist you. Thank you. Well, time is of the essence. Let's go and see what's left to be done for the train. Alright, let's see what we need to do. Looks like Wilhelmod's over here already. There's Graha up there, I'll make sure to talk to him. Everyone's hard at work on the train. I can't wait to see how it turns out. Looks like work is getting underway. We'll finish it in no time at all. So what can we do to help? No need to hold back. Are you sure about that? As I understand it, the two of you have met your fair share of craftsmen during the rite of succession. I happen to be a bit of a craftswoman myself. Would you happen to know a few who'd be willing to come and help us complete modifications on the train? Of course. What sort of craftsmen did you have in mind? Ones that can work with metal? Let's see now. Perhaps my greatest concern is keeping the train safe from enemy attacks. Even with you all aboard to fend them off, it'd be over in an instant if they managed to get just one good hit on the cerulean tanks. According to eyewitnesses, the soldiers used enlightenment-based weapons, so if you mind installing grounding rods, would you happen to know a carpenter who could handle that? I can do that. We can ask Wikivo. He's not a carpenter, is he? As a fellow with a fetish. Okay, it's the same guy. Okay. Master carpenter from Oghanu, eh? If they'd be willing, we'd be glad to have them. No objections from me. Just be sure not to forget their traditional greeting. But we'll need more than just a carpenter if you want this done in a timely fashion. We've got a lot of equipment that needs moving. Heavy equipment. I don't suppose you know anyone up to the task? Perhaps Fonjantine, nope. Yeah, Fonjantine. He's wait, heavy machinery? He's a jewel crafter. Shouldn't it be this guy? I don't remember who it is, but... Zermerer would be perfect. We'd be hard-pressed to find folks stronger than the Yokoi. That's right. That's right. And I'm sure he'd be willing to help. You're friends with the Yokoi? I'll be damned. Will not want for strength with help like that. Next, I'd like to outfit the train with some powerful weaponry of its own. Like as not, the soldiers will be riding their flying vessels. We'll need countermeasures to deal with them. Who would that be? That's true. I, for one, can't use magic, nor am I handy with a firearm, like my brother. Any ideas for ranged weapons we can use? Spears, harpoons? Let's borrow guns from Koana for everyone. Nope. Let's sell ballistas. That's way better. She literally just said she can't use a gun. Why would it be the first option? Ballistas, eh? While they'd be powerful, it seems to me like it'd take too long to reload between shots. What the heck? She just said she can't use guns. If there were some sort of ballista that could reload quickly, then it might work, but weapons aren't exactly my field of expertise. Perhaps I can be of assistance. And Crystarium employed etheric cannons for its defenses, and I see no reason why the design cannot be adapted for your train. Well, I did not conceive them myself. I know their design. It should be possible to build them here, provided we have the requisite materials and skilled smiths. Now that sounds like something Fonchampagne can help with. What are the materials we need? The barrel can be fashioned from any metal, so long as it's highly conductive to ether. To power the cannon, we will require fire-aspected crystals of the highest purity. Fire crystals, eh? Might be as the miners over in the springs can help with that. Then I could leave the crystarium, the crystals and smiths in everyone's hands. I shall get started drawing up the schematics. Right then, I'll secure us the smiths. In the meantime, could you deal with the materials? Shenza is in charge of our supplies, so it might be good to talk to him about it first. Also, I just realized I won't be able to talk to Graha since he just walked away, unfortunately. Well, I think we're set for our plan. Thanks for the consultation. Now let's get our trains dressed up and give her the proper farewell she deserves. Yeah, Graha's gone. Oh well. So I think I see that might be Alizé. Oh, we'll figure that out later. The plan's coming together. To make a good speed, I'm going to try and enlist some more help from among our friends back in Yogg-Trol. I'll leave the materials in your care. I think I saw Shenza, there's the H, okay. The Shenza over to the southeast. Alright, let's head over there. So is that Alizé? Oh, there's Alizé and Cryo. Let's go and talk to her, or them. And there's like Graha moved over here. It's a shame Satan's engineers aren't here to help. If they were here, I expect they'd turn it into a flying train. Yeah, they probably would. Shenza has given me a list of materials. We'll see to it that they have everything they need. Back to Graha and then Shenza. Right. Time to put my knowledge gained in the first to use. Trust me, bro, you've been doing that a lot. Also, I see Aaronville over here. I'm gonna make sure to get him first to make sure that, he doesn't walk off on us like Graha did. Zoralja's forces remain quiet for now. If there is any movement, I'll alert everyone immediately. Looks like he's on watch duty. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk to Shenza and figure out what we need to do next. That should be enough lumber for the armor. What else do we need? Oh, sorry. I didn't see you there. What can I do for you? Etheric cannons? Interesting. I have an idea where we can get the conductive metal, so I'll take care of it. I'm not sure about fire crystals, though. Might be best if you spoke directly with a miner. Can I leave that to you? Sure. Man, I need something to do, right? Great! You're friends with Yate, aren't you? One of the best miners around. If anyone can get you the crystals you're after, it's her. We'll just, you know, ignore these. Alright, let's go speak with Yate. It looks like that's going to wrap up this quest. And then there's one more after that that I want to get through. Alright, Iate's over this way. There she is. You know anything about some fire crystals? Also, you free later? Oh, brilliant. What brings you to these parts? The purest fire crystals, you say? I think I heard tale about them before. But what is this about? We're gonna make a bomb. A really big bomb. Alright, yeah, next is a hot commodity. That makes sense. Go and talk to Iate and do this one. Yeah, this is the 8th recurrent quest. This is what I wanted to get through today. A way to obtain fire crystals. A hot commodity. A way to obtain fire crystals is on the tip of Yate's tongue. Now I remember. Cerule Annals. You can find them to the south of town. They actually ingest fire crystals and keep them in their gut, if you can believe it. If you want the purest crystals though, you'll have to go after the oldest, toughest Annals. Nothing you can't handle, right? See, this girl knows me. I'll show you where you can find some to hunt. Looking forward to seeing why Aaronville thinks so highly of you. Yeah, because he's a big fanboy. Alright, let's head on down south. And get us some of those Annales. Or however you say it. So I'm glad. I actually was kind of worried that I wouldn't be able to get through all this in 2 hours, but it looks like it's going to be pretty close. Be right about what I wanted. Alright, Yate. There's quite a lot of fiery wildlife in these parts. We think it's due to the ceruleum, but no one can say for sure. Still, it's not often that you see the bigger, dominating sort, and that's what you need. What you'll have to do is hunt down a few of their kind, establish yourself as a threat. That's known to draw out the leader. Oh, okay. I can do that. Want me to kill a bunch of stuff? I'm very good at that. That's the spirit. While you're on the hunt, I'll keep watch nearby to make sure no hapless travelers come stumbling in. Okay. The leaders are certain to show up if you kill a few of the common ones. It's only a matter of when. Alright, so what do I need to kill exactly? I can't see. Oh, okay, this purple smoke of doom. Let's wait here. You see no signs of your prey. Perhaps you will have better luck to the south. Okay. Sir, I'm busy. I know I need to kill some stuff, but like you're not on the list. We'll check this other purple smoke. Ah, there we go. Whoops. I forgot that it actually takes a second to execute. Yeah, and then I can do the other one too. Oh, hello, sir. Looks like you want to die too. Well, you come to the right place. Wrong button. I meant to hit stun. I hit Shift Q instead of just Q. Alright, that's what I needed. Apparently we got some really pure fire crystals, except that does look like a fire crystal. This is what a fire crystal looks like. Oh well, looks like this is what we need. Amazing! You dealt with those beasts in no time at all. You need the crystal delivered to Shinza? I'll see that he gets it. Here's your definitely a fire crystal. These fire crystals are for the train, aren't they? I heard about your plans to enter the dome. I want to thank you for going to such lengths to stop these invaders. And though he'd grumble if he knew I was asking this, please take care of that Aaronville's other name. Anyway, I'd best be on my way, and you as well. In case you're going to meet her, I saw Wooklamon heading for the station. Alright, I guess we gotta head back to the station then. Yeah, that's not quite, that shouldn't be the end. There's gotta be a tiny bit more that we need to do. Or at least a cutscene to watch. As they showcase the train. The literal bomb. You know, that's the bomb, man. There's the station. Just head up this pathway here. And then, looks like we actually need to be on the other side over there, but that's fine. I bet Aaronville's gone now. Yep. Graha and them are still here, though. Of course, you can't jump over that. I bet she's gonna be on the other side. Yep. Oh, there's Aaronville. Yeah, he did move. I thought he was gonna end up moving, even if the others didn't. Talk to Aaronville and then Wooklamon. Taken care of the crystals, have you? Things proceed apace here, too. Shinza told me you got the crystal for him. Good work. I've just returned from looking for extra help. We'll see in a moment who answers the call. All will be in readiness for them when they arrive. Damn it. I'm idle for a moment, and all I can think about is my home. Keep your chin up, Aaronville. We'll be on our way soon, and we'll find your mother. It'll be good to see her after all these years. There's so much I'd like to ask her about her time together with Papa. Oh, she'll talk her ears off. Once my mother starts, there's no stopping her. I wouldn't want it any other way. Right, let's return to helping where we can. The real work begins when the extra hands arrive. Right, now we're gonna watch a cutscene of all of the craftsmen arriving. Yes, this will probably be a voice cutscene of them getting it ready, and then I think that's all we're gonna have for today. Yep, a bringing all the friends together deal. Like they do every expansion. Oh, okay, it's not voiced. Thanks for making the trek here. To be honest, I wasn't expecting so many of you. Since the attack on Tuliolol, I have been wondering if there was aught I could do to help. So when I heard about the upcoming operation from Valkuana, I leapt at the chance to do my part. I'm doing my part. Peace will be restored, and then we can all enjoy a nice cup of mezcal. Aren't you a bit young for that, Malblue? It's our home, and we'll do whatever it takes to keep it safe. While I assist with the efforts here, High Luminary Gofurler does the same at the capital. I'm truly grateful. With all of us working together, there's nothing we can't accomplish. Let's go at it. Let's get to it, my friends. And just the dome in the background. Yes, let's get to it. Dawn of a new day, time to load up our bomb. Oh, there's the... Yeah, they're already made up the cannons. I'm glad that they're actually making this look like it took a couple days, instead of just being like, okay, it's done. That's what they usually end up doing. Alright everyone, that'll do it. You've done your part. Leave it to us to finish mounting the armor and the cannons, and have yourself a hard-earned rest. Thanks again for answering the call. No need to for thanks now. Whenever you need help, just give us a holler. Indeed, we must all do our part when our nation is imperiled. Yeah, imperiled. Hear, hear. We'd love Troll, and we'd love you, Val Wuklamont. I love you all too. That was unnecessary, Wuklamont. Your kindness and goodwill will not be in vain. This I promise. Alright, there we go. Let's talk to Walika. See, is there anyone else I can talk to around here? I don't see... I mean, I see there are obviously people, but I can't talk to them. Alright, let's talk to Walika and wrap this up. Thanks again for all your help. Wouldn't have been able to finish so quickly without you. Well, I mean, I am an Omnicrafter, by the way. Go and rest up, my friend. I don't do that. Sorry. Won't be long now. Won't be long before the train's ready. Nice. Alright. That wraps up this area. So now we got the MSQ. Now that we got the MSQ Aether Current, we can go ahead and do all the other Aether Current stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and do that on the next stream. And so for the next stream, we will do Aether Current cleanup, and then we'll go ahead and do the next dungeon. Oops, that's not what I meant to press. Which I think I obviously see the name of it on the quest list. But that's gonna be all for today. Made some good progress, and looks like we're gonna be heading out into the next zone next time. But until then, goodbye.